The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
When was the last time you had really good Texas-style barbecue? Eric's Family Barbecue, the way it's supposed to taste. Always delicious, never rushed, and prepared to perfection. Eric's Family Barbecue uses only 100% fresh meat, slowly smoked over mesquite wood until it's juicy and delicious. We all know their brisket is the best, but have you tried their pulled pork, pork ribs, or rib tips? Amazing, and their sides are all house-made. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip. You won't be sorry. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more information.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness. Morning Sickness. 98 KUPD.
Good morning, everybody. Hello there. Welcome to the Morning Sickness. It's 5:45. My name is John Holmberg. There's Brady. He's back. I'm back. Brett's here, too. It's a full crew. First time in a while. Like a half a day there Friday where everybody kind of half-assed it one day.
Yeah.
Now, here we go. Toledo's around here somewhere. I'm gay. And we're off and running. That's right, Brady. I don't know if you knew that yesterday. Brady.
I saw the emails.
Oh, there are a lot of emails? Yeah, I'm a homosexual now.
A bunch of them were released.
Yeah. Oh, no. I am a homosexual. I'm out. I will blow you to prove it. And I dare you to tell me I'm not gay because I will show you right here in front of everybody how gay I am. I am no longer a cisgender white male. There's no winning as one of those.
So tomorrow we're taking over the airwaves on All Daisy.
That's right. We're going to simulcast over there on KDKB with my gay brethren. Just going to keep it alive. It's never going to change. There's no point in being a straight white man right now. You get your name taken out of the Ring of Honor. I find it hysterical, though. Gruden thing continues yesterday. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Took his name out of the Ring of Honor. This is a guy took that pitiful franchise. Tony Dungy did the work, but then you still have to go through a whole season. I've always hated that when people go, he did it with Dungy's team. Dungy didn't. The reason Dungy wasn't there. So, Jon Gruden won with that team. No, it was a makeshift whatever. And then he never really won much after, and he's not done great since. But he brought a Super Bowl that franchise. Well, within a day of all these emails coming out, the Buccaneers say he doesn't stand for anything we believe in, although his time here was lovely and the championship counts and all that. We're taking him out of our Ring of Honor. Meanwhile, in Akron, Ohio, I think it's Akron or Canton, Ohio, O.J. Simpson's bust still sits in the Hall of Fame. So I guess that's the difference between what NFL owners will stand for and what they won't. It's craziness. It's just flat craziness. And I talked to a friend of mine. He's a lawyer and said that the NFL's in big trouble if it turns out that they disclosed this or gave this information to Street Journal or slow leaked it. This was not an investigation of Jon Gruden, which we were talking about yesterday. This wasn't an investigation about Gruden. So it's like if it turns out that there's some disclosure thing and all sorts of words he was using about discovery and it's you pop that out there and say, hey, this guy who we're not even investigating said some weird stuff. Let's leak these emails. It's not illegal. He didn't commit a crime. He didn't do anything other than he was an asshole. That's about it. That's not against the law. I made a career out of it. So I mean,
and if that's the case. Because it all started from the investigation on the misconduct and intimidation in the NFL.
Of Washington. Yeah.
The Washington football team. Let's take a look at everything. Well, what's going on with the other emails?
650,000 emails.
Yeah,
I mean,
from the other franchise.
Well, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the thing about the disclosure, discovery, and all that other stuff is that you're going through all the evidence and you find things about other people. If crime, it's something. If it's not, it's like, well, we can't release. That
has nothing to do with the case.
It becomes slander. What you should have said was, as far as I understand, and maybe it is crazy wrong, and is you say an unnamed former coach in the NFL said this about DeMorris, but that would leak. And then if somebody did some work and found out who it was, then you're like, oh, geez, we found out who it is. But these were just like handed over to the Wall Street Journal and to like these emails were kind of like, oh, they didn't do anything about the DeMorris Smith lips comment. I thought Davis would fire him for that. Here's some more. Like they didn't give him all the emails. They leaked one on Friday and waited to see what would happen. And nothing really. I mean, Jon Gruden did his apology. And then, okay, well, we didn't like your reaction to that. Here's some more. Here's more things this guy said. Yeah, what he said was terribly stupid and wrong. But, man, oh, man, this could get hairy, especially because he just walked away from $6 million on his contract.
Well, the great news on
suit.
it, though, as of right now, out of the 650,000 emails. Those were the only ones that were.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody else was an angel. Exactly. Well, that's it. And that's why I'm gay. I'm a homosexual now because of that. That is just the way it is. I'm going to go ahead and say that if anybody goes through my emails and says, you said this, I'm like, yes, but I've been marginalized my entire life. It was before I was my true self, which happened yesterday. And Brett was here for it.
Yeah.
Still don't buy it, Brett?
Yeah.
I will blow you right into the corner.
No, I'm good.
Anybody questions it, I'll show you how gay I am. I will prove it. You looking at me sideways?
Start blowing.
Whip it out. I'll show you the gay. How dare you say I'm not gay? I want that to happen. I actually, I love Trip Reed, but I want him to come. I kind of was fantasizing about a lot of things with Trip yesterday, just now that I'm out.
Whoa.
But I fantasized about a meeting where he goes, you got to stop pretending to be gay. I'm like, how dare you, sir? Pretending? And then, I just kind of dreamt that the higher-ups are like, we got to have him stop doing that. He's going to get in trouble. And then a lawsuit against my own company. I'm just looking for money and stuff. Let's be honest. I'm looking for an escape route. I got this email from a guy. Where is that? He says, Dear John, after all this Gruden and Chappelle and cancel culture stuff you've been talking about, I started to think about how little I need social media. Well, as I thought about it, I got my firm answer yesterday afternoon. My boss called me into the office and said I needed to get rid of some posts on the social media pages. Then they handed me a printed out list of things that they'd seen on my social media that needs to go. On the list said any and all clips of comedians or satirists. It might offend the clients. My page is private, and I've accepted a few clients and coworkers as followers or friends. The Chappelle clip that I had on there that I had to get rid of was about gender from his last special, and particularly hilarious clip of Patrice O'Neill about dogs and women, which I think I know which one he's talking about, and it is hilarious. It was on the list, and I once liked a Ben Shapiro video. I don't mind that it could offend people. My boss is technically correct, so I had no problem when they did it, but what bothers me is someone trolled my page and combed through it and then gave it to my boss. Word of warning, don't accept coworkers as friends. Dustin. It's true. When I read it, I'm like, well, your boss. You're right. If it's private and your boss isn't on it, somebody's going through your page saying, well, these are some potential red flags we're going to have to get rid of on Dustin's page. And,
I understand that.
well, you've gotten it but it's a work thing.
Yeah, I know. It was on my
your personal page
but
too, right?
I know the person that yelled at me doesn't really cruise social media, so I think
Somebody ratted you out.
Oh, yeah, just snitch.
That's true. Trip didn't look at your page, and Trip's like, meh, let's just get rid of some
And he
of these.
didn't. It was okay. It was totally fine.
He wasn't mad about it. He's like,
yeah.
let's just be careful.
Right.
Yeah. Which I'm for. I'm fine with the be careful thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But you're right. I didn't even think of that with you.
Yeah.
There was a snitch that said Brett's got some dirt on his page. I wonder who that was.
I don't know.
Great.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, we've seen the stuff he posts on Instagram. Come on.
Brady can't. Brady's not figuring that out. He's not scrolling back and, well, that's a possible problem.
How do you scroll back?
Yeah, scrolling is impossible. I'm a forward momentum guy as a gay. We're always thinking about the next butt. The next thing. Yeah, but Jon Gruden getting taken out of that Ring of Honor cracks me up because it's like, man, again, Richie Incognito's still a Raider. Antonio Brown was a hero yesterday or Sunday, and they go nuts on him. And all these was it Randy Gregory tossed that chick into a bed of guns. Josh Gordon is looking for his sixth reinstatement into the NFL because of breaking the law over and over again and their non-tolerant drug policies. And,
Who's the Raven that beat up his girl in the
that was Ray Rice.
Ray
In
Ray
fairness
Rice.
to that one, they never had him back.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried until they saw the video. And that was another one where they're like, well, we don't need a video to know how serious this is. He's suspended for 2 weeks. Then the video came out. And they're like, whoa, Jesus, God almighty, goodbye.
Still missing a suit from Ray Lewis.
Lewis, yeah.
right,
Ray
yeah.
Lewis obstructed justice. We've got Michael Vick is on Fox NFL Sunday mornings, the pregame. And he was talking about this Sunday morning, which just crushed me, that Michael Vick had a virtue moment about how wrong it is to have this going on in a league. And I'm like, you stop saying words. I served my time. Yeah, for obstruction of justice and racketeering. So you didn't have to admit about the dog thing. It makes you hate the league. It makes you just sit back and go, why do I support this thing?
Yeah.
Why am I such a huge supporter of this weird little cultish, strange thing?
And someone had it out for Gruden.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Well, once Demora Smith heard the comment, it's like, oh, this bitch hit me. Watch this. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes from that guy's office. This is going to get worse before it gets better. And the good news is, massive soap opera for us, which I think is great. That's the one thing I like.
Thanks for the material.
Yeah, it's good material, and we get all the entertainment in the world of whatever the hell's going to happen next.
So now are they going to go and comb through all the Washington R-word teams, football teams' emails, all the way through?
Yeah, the debates on that.
Yeah.
I mean, and what happens if they find some stuff that's not even necessarily related to Gruden? Can they nail somebody else with that?
Evidently, because Gruden wasn't the target in the first place.
Jesus.
So everybody in those emails is now up for grabs.
Guilty till proven innocent.
Well, you're just guilty.
Yeah.
You're just guilty until they find what makes you guilty.
Yeah.
It's not even, there's not even steps to try to make you innocent anymore. There's not even steps to say, well, what was the context of these emails? I'm not defending
And if they
John.
come back and say, well, these were, leaked accidentally, everything else is concealed.
What does leaked accidentally mean?
I know.
That's not a thing. That's never been leaked.
Okay, we'll drop the accidental part out. They were leaked.
What does leaked mean? Really, when you think about it. Have any of my emails ever leaked somewhere
It's just
else?
a snitch around.
Yeah, somebody took it.
Right.
Got a rat.
You got a rat, and then they tattled, and they stole it.
So now,
And took it and leaked it.
Now everything's closed. You won't hear anything from those.
Because they know.
Which is ridiculous.
It's the dominoes. Well, one guy's going to be the poster child of this whole thing. Did you talk to Tom Brenneman about this at all? Because you talked to him about Urban Meyer, though.
Yeah.
And
no, I
didn't.
didn't.
With Brenneman?
Nope.
Because I'm dying to do the Tom Brenneman, Jon Gruden interview. I mean, I'll do it myself because we don't need them for it.
Right.
But I am dying to do Canceled with Tom Brenneman, and he sits with Jon Gruden and says, let's just be honest with this. Let's not beat around the bush about how you feel. What happened? Because Brenneman had to say the right things, do the right things. But deep down, he's had conversations with friends where he's like, man, it's just bull. How crazy it got
Baffling.
before I could say I effed up. How insane it got that I said I effed up, and people didn't like how. The apology is worse than the
right.
The error now.
But you start talking.
Have you talked to Tom at all about? I know he doesn't want to come on the show, and I don't blame him. Yeah. But have you talked to him at all about why he wants back in? Because we talked yesterday. You weren't here, but we talked yesterday about if this happened, and I was hung, they got him, he's done. I wouldn't try to get another job. I got to get my name back. I would just be like, all right, fine, they're done with me.
Well, I think a couple of things. That's how much he loves the job, obviously. But I think
it's gotta be
you don't feel like that that was the proper punishment on that deal. And you hear from a lot of people that completely agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a little harsh to say you're done with that. And, one of the things that he's been doing is going around and talking to universities and other athletic programs.
Don't say homo F words. Just don't.
He's just saying numerous words, but one word can cancel you.
Think it. Don't say it.
Yeah.
And certainly don't type it. But yeah.
Well, even joking. You got to be careful in the broadcasting world.
Yeah. Jon Gruden yesterday, we were talking, and Jon Gruden was in the studio because he's with Larry doing Larry's stuff. And we were talking about the whole deal. And Jon said something, and I actually got a chill in my spine for a second. I love Jon, and he's not saying this for the wrong reasons, but it chilled me when he goes, I've heard you say some of the worst words I've ever heard in my life, man. And I looked at him like, oh, is he going to tattle? And he goes, but I wouldn't say anything because it's funny, and you're being funny. I'm like, yeah. He goes, I mean, terrible things. Jon, that's enough. Let's just... But he's right. Because in this room, we joke with each other. Stuff that an outsider would hear us saying to each other is horrifying.
Well, the one time the mics were open on the podcast, got back to us.
I said the
C word. It wasn't even really bad, but
I said the C word 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I mean, some people would be like, "This guy's, the least intelligent human being on the planet. All he does is cuss."
But that's just a
hilarious story, though.
Yeah, it's to see how far you can go.
I don't even do it for the shock thing. I just do it because it's I'm comfortable with you guys, and I know we can go everywhere.
No boundaries,
there's no fences. We're wild horses. You can run as far as you want, and none of these guys are ever going to go, oh, geez, I'm telling that we left it. There's no, border. We're respectful. in the idea that, you know, you don't attack the wrong things.
Right.
But, you know, you basically joke about everything with each other. Again,
No matter what the topic is, no matter how new it is.
You know what I did do yesterday? You weren't here for this, but I had a O.J. Simpson shirt on yesterday. It says Lady Killer.
Still a great shirt.
It's a great shirt. And I had to go to a bank. And I didn't.
Turned around?
I didn't go in. And I'm like, you know what? That is a sign of me either maturing or being afraid, and I can't tell the difference. I don't know what that is.
Well, you know
But
why?
I wore the shirt, so I'm not mature.
Well, you changed yesterday.
Oh, yeah, because I'm homosexual.
Twinkism.
I forgot. Oh, yeah. Brett reminds me that I'm gay now. Oh, yeah, that's why, because I'm sensitive and gay. No, but I don't know if that's a sign of growing up or if it's a sign of fear. And I got to lean towards fear because I wore it. I bought it.
Yeah, but you wore it to here.
Right.
They expect that here.
But you never know. I mean, I'm wandering around outside and stuff. And I didn't do anything after. You're right. I was heading straight home. I was going to stop by the bank. I had some bank stuff to do. I better not go in with the Lady Killer gear on. I've got a shirt with Anne Frank on it. I won't wear it anywhere.
Amazing that
I'll wear it tomorrow.
Confident enough to say, it's not going to rattle anyone where I work.
Come on. Maybe. You're right. No, I'm never going to wear it again. Thanks a lot, Brady. It's a great shirt, though, and it makes my eyes pop because it's blue. Bing. I got, like, really blue eyes.
There you go again. Making my eyes pop.
That's because it does. Brett, I look fantastic.
There goes the maturity thing.
That maturity.
It started with the Mac Weldons, and there we go.
Oh, my God. Mac Weldon's in that blue shirt.
Oh. Wearing it again.
Maybe washing that today and wearing it tomorrow. Thanks for that advice. And I've got a good pair of Zion Williamson blues. And then we have to talk about that. That's the Suns today. They've got a game at 2 o'clock in the afternoon because the stupid Mercury have to play a night game. Hey, stupid Mercury, you played your first finals game Sunday afternoon, lost at like 2 o'clock. You have to have the prime time, but you put your stupid first game up against NFL football, baseball playoff. It's just not like October is some starved, vapid wasteland of no sports. And you idiots had a game on Sunday, and now you got to move the Suns again? Have your stupid game on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and get those school kids in there for free, like you do during the regular season. I got to sit and try to plan another. Here's the reason I need this. This is my first year with season tickets. I don't know my section very well. So the preseason's as much for me to try to figure out where the beer is, try to figure out what I get for free, because I paid for it, right? So I got to figure out where my tchotchkes live. I can't do this at 2. Who's free at 2 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon? Nobody. Stupid Mercury.
And your first early afternoon game, a lot of the stuff wasn't even open.
Pomo wasn't even making anything but chicken sandwiches and meatballs. And you got pizza? Come on, man. It's the preseason. I'm like, you going to do it tonight for the Mercury? Come on, man. And I'm like, oh, my God, you guys aren't doing anything for them. The beer garden TVs were off. And I'm part of the Dos Equis beer garden. That's part of my package. And I'm like, oh, what do you got going on here? Well, we would normally have this open. I'm like, the big beer garden is not open. No, the bar is. You get your beer. And you get beer all you want, which is great. And, so I get the Dos Equis. I like Dos Equis, so this is a nice thing. So I'm pounding Dos Equis. I'm like, all right, this is good. You get some food over there. They got hot dogs and things like that. They'll cover you on. But they didn't have it open. Like, you opening this up for the Mercury? Oh, there's no Dos Equis lunch for them. What are we doing? Give me this.
Or just crank up some fryers and drop in the fish sticks. I mean, just get those things going.
Smells like fish. Mercury Finals tonight at 6. Yeah. Even as gays don't like the Mercury.
I was just going to say, are you going to get season tickets over there now?
That's a lesbian thing. We don't understand that. Just wind chimes and U-Hauls and the Mercury. That's it. That's all you got. Anyway, Ian taught me that. The first date of a second date, they would say, what's a lesbian second date? Going to the U-Haul, they get the truck to move in together. It's like if they second date, they're in love.
And picking out wind chimes.
Wind chimes, they're lesbians when there's wind chimes. That's straight from the gays. That isn't me being a hetero guy making that joke, because I'm not anymore. That's from my gay partner, Ian. Never had him, but Ian's too dirty. I imagine Ian would have rust butt. That's something I got to really worry about, that rust butt. Because I'm a top, Brady.
Gotcha.
Since I've abandoned the cisgender. You should think about this. There's no point in being straight anymore. It's in this world, there's a huge something to it. I don't think I'll ever talk Brett into it. He's pretty secure. But I could blow him into it.
Johnny Cakes, morning sickness, right here at Alt AC.
I'll do it. I could do it. I could run down the hall between breaks, introduce a couple songs down there. People are like, wow, he's really committed to this whole gay thing. He's working at KDKB. Let's get a wake-up song, shall we? A good one to start off our glorious Wednesday. 585-9800, and we'll scream it together. It's 98 KUPD. What?
Yeah, I want it.
You really, really, really want it?
Yes, I really want it.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.